I'm gonna sing the hook on this. Young Jay. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Friday, NBA Talk with Jay, man. Coming off of 0-2 day, not really that happy. Can't get too high or too low as well, man. But just a couple of bad plays, man, where it just doesn't really have me feeling right, man. But when gonna go through all the games, have picks for I have a pick for every single game, and then we'll go over best bets towards the end of the show, man. So not here to waste your time. It's Us Against The Bookies, man. Hope you guys out there doing well. Obviously, the NBA can be a grind, but we're going to keep going, man. We're going to keep going. So let's get straight into it. Let's go over here. First game up, let's go over here to the streets of Toronto in this one. Raptors getting 5 points at the house versus the Philadelphia 76ers in this one as well. I also have a new system this year as well, man. So we're going to test that out, man. Probably start out the year probably going like 0.25 units, just testing the system out that I have going with another friend of mine's, man. But let's go over here to the streets of Toronto. And so, man, Sixers have basically owned this matchup. They've won 7 straight matchups versus the Raptors. They've won 8 of the last 9 as well, and they've won 7 of the last 8. And they've also won 8 of the last 10 matchups as well, man. So they've absolutely smoked these Raptors every single time they went up against them. 73 against the spread last 10 games as well. 5-0 against the spread last 5. Now the Raptors are down with they're quickly banged up as well, man. So it's really hard for me to try and trust the Raptors here, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, really, for all season, like, I just will not be really messing with them. It says Quickly and Baird are game time decision. In theory, one of them could possibly play, but I think they're closer to doubtful in this particular spot, man. But just not really super confident in betting the Raptors this year. This is like when you have guys like Grady Dick and Agbaji starting out there. So I'm saying possibly Davion Mitchell. These are second tier type of guys in NBA that you have starting on your team. You see what I'm saying? So even though the Sixers are without Paul George and without Joel Embiid here, they still have starting caliber NBA players. Maybe not Eric Gordon, but you got Kyle Lowry coming back. You got Nick Nurse coming back to Toronto as well. So after the Sixers obviously dropping the first game of the season to the Bucks, I'm sure they have high aspirations to get this job done in this game here, man. My pick for this game is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers. That would be the best play in this particular game for me. I also expect Maxey to have a little bit better game as well. Scotty Barnes did not have a really good first game, and I still think that Scotty Barnes is the engine that makes the Raptors go. If he's not going to get 20, 25 points a night, 5 assists, 10 rebounds, they have no chance to compete in the NBA, in my opinion, man. So possibly could see a bounce back spot for the Scotty Barnes in this one. Actually, the system that I've been working on is actually likes the Raptors here, to be honest with you. But there's nothing. I couldn't put any money on the Raptors right now, man. So my guy, he's saying, man, the Raptors should be the play here, but I couldn't do it. It's Sixers or none for me in this one. My pick on this game is the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go over to the streets of Orlando in this one. Magic landing 11.5 points at the house versus the Brooklyn Nets in this one. The system says that it's basically running like computer algorithms, and it's saying that the Magic should be favored by 4.5 points here. So the pick for this game is the Nets plus 11.5. I can't say like I'm looking into it deeper. Obviously, the Magic have the major size advantage here. Wendell Carter Jr., Banchero, Franz Wagner, all of these guys are pretty much going to be the tallest guys on the court there. Nicholas Claxton, he's on a minutes restriction. He only played 15 minutes in their last game. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get a little bit minutes bump in this one. But, I mean, they have 7-footer Ben Simmons, but we know that he just doesn't play like a 7-footer, man. I wonder what his rebounds assist is last time, because last game it was at 9.5. I went and checked somewhere else, and it said that it was like 13.5, man. But we were able to get on that 9.5. He was able to cash that shit like rather easily before the third quarter was even over. Let me just see real quick what Ben Simmons rebounds assists. A lot of people was talking shit about that play as well. And that shit cashed with ease. Let me just see
real quick, what Ben Simmons rebounds and assists. We're not fucking with the points. So they bumped, so it's at 12 and a half now. So after one game, they already went up to, I really think that 9.5 was just like, that was crazy. But I still lean towards his rebounds and assists as well. It's literally the only reason why Ben Simmons is out there. Obviously, if Nick Claxton plays a little bit more minutes, that could hurt that. But Ben Simmons is only out there to rebound the ball and to facilitate the ball as well. And we saw Cam Thomas 36 points in the first game. Not really sure why the Nets won't pay him, but he's obviously the best player on this team. He's the absolute bucket getter, and I can see him pushing his team here once again, man. But honestly, the computer algorithm says that this is just way too many points for the Magic to be laying in this particular spot. This is the first leg of a back-to-back as well. They do have Memphis tomorrow, I believe, as well. So, like I said, not super confident in it, but my pick for this game is going to be the Brooklyn Nets plus 11.5. I know it's ugly, but I think it's just a few too many points there for the Magic to be laying. But they are a really great defensive team. I mean, they could absolutely shut down the Nets. So if I was liking the Magic, if I was leaning that way, I would just take Nets team total under in this one. But the computer says to take the Nets plus 11.5 in this spot. So that's going to be my pick for this game. Let's go over to the streets of New York in this one, man. We got the Knicks laying 4.5 points at the house versus the Indiana Pacers in this one. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and put something. This is not even something I sent out to the members yet, but I'm gonna take the Knicks in the first quarter in this game. This is gonna be a best bet for me in the official play. I will take the Knicks in the first quarter. They're coming off a game where they got absolutely smoked by the Celtics in this one. My guy Ski was saying that his SDQL and stuff likes the Pacers in this one. We know that this is so the Pacers have the much better offense in this game. I'll tell you that right now. But I still feel like the Knicks, even though their offense isn't all the way there, they can win this game with absolutely locking up on defense. I mean, they have some of the best defenders in the NBA in this game. And like I say, their first game versus Celtics can be an anomaly. I mean, the Celtics can smack up anybody like that. Obviously, they were really turned up for that game. They were damn near making every single three. And it really just deflated the Knicks over there, man. So I'm saying would have deflated me as well. But I will go with the Knicks in the first quarter in this one. And my pick for the full game is Knicks minus 4.5 as well, man. So obviously they got kicked out the playoffs versus this same Pacers team. They're going to remember that. They've been thinking about that all offseason. You have to try and attack Tyrese Halliburton on every single, like he needs to be in every single pick and roll in this game, man. He needs to be in every single pick and roll here. So you could argue that, like I say, the Pacers have more continuity with their team. They definitely have the more fluid offense, but I feel like the Knicks are going to be pissed off. They're at the house as well, coming off an absolute blowout loss. They know what they need to do here. This was a team that ended their season last season as well. The playoff revenge, I can't say over the past couple years hadn't really been winning at that high of a rate as they used to. It used to be an automatic play. Obviously, the NBA is changing. You have to adapt and adjust, but it's something with certain matchups that I'm still going to like and I'm still going to take. And I like the Knicks here in the first quarter, minus 1.5. And I have some on them in the full game as well, minus the 4.5. And you know what? They were this close to being the first trifecta spot of the year. To be perfectly honest with you, I like the Knicks in this spot. I think they come out here and win this game with defense. I think you see a motivated effort from the Knicks tonight in the Garden in this one. The Pacers had to do everything to come back versus the Pistons in their game, man. Halliburton shot horribly as well. Still have a great team. Siakam, I'm a big fan of Siakam. I like Halliburton. The Pacers have a lot of pieces. They have Benedict Mathurin back off the bench as well, but Pacers do have the advantage in the bench here. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like the Knicks, for the most part, their guys are gonna be playing the majority of this first quarter. I think they want to start this game out hot. I think they feed off the energy in Madison Square Garden. So official for me, I will go Knicks in the first quarter minus the 1.5, and I also like the Knicks. My pick for the full game is Knicks minus 4.5 as well. And like I say, I honestly like them in the trifecta spot here. If they can get off to a great start, which I think they will, I think that they can play with confidence for the rest of the game, build the lead, win this game with defense, and make their offense will be better off of their defense. If they're getting steals, they're getting out in transition, it doesn't really matter how your half-court offense looks. If you're able to get out in transition, we know that the Pacers want to run, guard the three-point line. Pacers can shoot some threes, but they're not like the Boston Celtics in this particular spot, man. So give me the Knicks in the first quarter minus the 1.5. I also think they cover the first half and the full game as well, my guys. Let's go over to the streets of Cleveland in this one. Cavs laying 11 points at the house versus the And the computer, the last game as well, computer says Knicks should be win by 4 or 5 points. So when the computer is that close, I kind of go with what I feel like. You see what I'm saying? Let's go over here to the streets of Cleveland in this one. Cavs laying 11 at the house versus the Pistons in this one. Let me see what the computer likes on this one. The computer likes. Let me see here. So let me see. This one says the Cavs should be favored by 7.5 points. So they're favoring the Cavs by 7.5, 8 points, basically thinking that the Cavs will win by 8. So it gives us 3 points of wiggle room. My pick for this game will be the Detroit Pistons. This Pistons team is going to be is really improved this year. They have some shooter. First off, Cade Cunningham is back. Healthy, and they have him playing. He's basically the quarterback out there, absolute baller. He's doing everything. He's shooting the threes. He's getting into the paint. He can score at all three levels. He's facilitating the ball as well and getting rebounds, really important. So they have Cade Cunningham back. Got Jalen Duren out there. You have some guys coming off the bench as well. So I really like what the moves that they made going out there, getting some shooting. Not really huge on the Tobias Harris, to be perfectly honest with you. He's still bricking threes, but it's still a little bit of upgrade of what they had last year, man. So this Pistons, I mean, I like the Cavs. I think the Cavs are a top 4, top 5 team in the Eastern Conference there, but 11 is a little many points to be laying early in the season, which I mean, I want to say that the games just don't matter that much, but sometimes your style of play can really just overwhelm another team. But the Pistons can hang here. Guys like Jaden Ivey as well. Also, you have a narrative in this game as well. Some things that I like to look at that may not necessarily be like quantified, if you could say. You have Jake B. Bickerstaff coming back to the team that fired him. They won a playoff series versus Orlando Magic, and they still fired Bickerstaff. Well, he's the new coach for the Detroit Pistons over there. Might have some extra insight, might know the tendencies of some of these players, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. You know what I mean? So he has the inside scoop on how to at least somewhat slow down the Cavs. The Cavs are the better team, but I do think there will be value in taking the Pistons on spreads like this when they're getting double digits, a really scrappy team. I think that the Pistons are the right side in this game. The computer likes it. I like it. You have the Bickerstaff going back over there as well. Pistons lost a really tough first game as well. And I wish my SDQL guy QL guys, I should have asked my guy Ski how do teams perform when they're coming off a 30-point win off the first game of the season. That I feel like that's probably a fade spot as well. But again, I'm not an SDQL guy, but the computer likes it here. So the play for this game is Pistons plus 11. This is a play that I'll have money on as well. This is an official play for me. Pistons full game plus 11. Hopefully it's not like the Spurs last night where they keep it close in the first half and it's absolutely smoked in the second half, man. So maybe with some of these bad teams, we'll see. It's only the first few days of the season, guys. Obviously, we're going to adapt and adjust. We don't really see the patterns of these teams. Hadn't really got a chance to watch a bunch of their tendencies, but maybe Pistons first half as well. But I'm on the full game plus the 11 in this particular spot. Let's go over here to Atlanta in this one. Hawks land 5.5 points at the house versus the Hornets in this particular game. The computer likes the Hornets in this one. They say the Hawks, this spread should be 2.5, so they're favoring the Hawks to win by 3 points. We know the Hornets. I mean, I tried to tell people it's only one game, so it's not like, oh, the Hornets are back. They're going to the playoffs. They're winning the championship. But they did get down huge by the Rockets. I believe got down 15, 16 points. Before you know it, it's a 3-point game. Before you know it, these guys came all the way back to win the game. Absolutely stunned the Rockets over there. LaMelo Ball went absolutely crazy. I know he said he was doing it for his dad, but I really think that he's just ready to ball out. Like, these guys are ready to ball out. Brandon Miller is going to take that next step as well, man. So they're still even missing Mark Williams, but I like what they're doing. I like the bench as well. The coach, Charles Lee, is really coaching these guys up. They might be better than the Hawks. Now, I was watching the Hawks. Trae Young looked good. He looked like he was comfortable running the team himself, not having to worry about sharing the ball with DeJounte Murray. Dyson Daniels looked good out there. He had 5 steals in the first game as well, man. So, but I still feel like the Hornets can hang with this team. I feel like these two teams are really like right there, neck and neck in the power ratings. For the Hawks to be laying 5.5 here, like there's really a gap. I don't agree with it, to be perfectly honest with you. My pick for this game is going to be the Charlotte Hornets plus the 5.5, and also the computer likes it as well. So I have to put at least like a little fourth of a unit on the Hornets. I'm gonna try to play all these computer picks, and I'll go over them towards the end of the show as well. Like I said, something new that I'm trying this year. We're going to see how well it works out as well. Got a lot of stuff and data and stuff going into the analytics, but also, like I say, it's early in the season. There's not a ton of shit to go off of. See what I'm saying? So there's shit. Teams only played one game so far. So just want to throw that out there, man. But the computer likes the Hornets in this one. Matchup wise, I like the Hornets as well. I think the Hornets plus the 5.5 is the right side in this one. Wouldn't be surprised if they won this game outright. I can't say both. The Hornets are on the first leg of a back-to-back. They play the Heat tomorrow, so some of these teams are starting off the season already with third game in 4 nights. I don't think Atlanta plays tomorrow. I know Charlotte plays in Charlotte tomorrow. They go home and face the Heat tomorrow. So if the Hornets do win today, might be a spot where we might look towards the Heat, but I'm not really sure what's to do with the Heat right now, man. A lot of these teams, it's going to take us 10, 15 games to figure out who the fuck they are, man. It's what it is. It's frustrating. The beginning of the season always frustrates me, but just going to, you know what I'm saying, just be sprinkling on these games, man, and not try to go too heavy. That way I won't get my heart broken too much. But computer pick on this play is the Hornets plus the 5.5, and I like it. Let's go over here to Houston in this one. Rockets laying 3.5 at the house versus the Memphis Grizzlies in this one. I wanted to mention as well that the Hornets have played really well versus the Hawks for whatever reason. Their past 10 matchups, you look at the past 5, even last year, even when you could argue the Hawks were way better than the Hornets, they're only 3-7 straight up last 10 games versus the Hornets. For whatever reason, 3-7 straight up, 3-7 against the spread as well. The Hornets in their last 6 games versus the Hawks, 5-1 straight up, 5-1 against the spread. I don't know what it is. Maybe the Hornets just like playing the Hawks. They like playing in Atlanta. I don't know, man. Like the Hornets in that one. Rockets laying 3.5 versus the Grizzlies in this one. The Grizzlies are obviously out for blood this year. They're coming off a really down year. Ja Morant got hurt. Marcus Smart got hurt. Everybody got hurt. They started to tank. They started to Triple J was banged up. He's still doubtful for this game, if I'm not mistaken. Still not going to be playing in this one. Steven Adams is not going to be playing here for the Rockets. I would have liked to see that. Back-to-back home games coming off. That's another SDQL spot. I feel like that's a good spot. Back-to-back home games. You're coming off of a home loss in your first game. Now you're at the house again. Let me see. So you know what? That first quarter system that I was trying out last year would say to take the Rockets in this one, man. The first quarter system I was trying out, I might have to start just like putting some on these system plays just to see how it does. I definitely got to track this as well. So the system says to take the Rockets in the first quarter of this one. That's my first quarter system. That's not the computer. The computer actually says that the Rockets should be plus 1.5 here. So I think the computer actually likes the Grizzlies. They think the Grizzlies should be the favorite in this particular game, man. So I'm probably staying off this game, to be perfectly honest with you. If I admit my pick for the game is actually the Rockets, to be perfectly honest with you. Obviously Dylan Brooks going up against his old squad. This game I can really see going either way. This is kind of a head scratcher for me, to be perfectly honest with you, man. So Rockets won 3 of the 4 matchups last year. Before that, the Grizzlies had owned them, had won 5 straight matchups, man. This is a really tough game because, like I say, we don't really know who the Rockets are. Are they going to take a step up? Because remember, they surprised everybody last year. Are they going to take a step back this season, which sometimes teams do? Are they going to take a step forward, or are going to be kind of the same? We know that the Grizzlies are due to take a step up. I still think it was a grueling game in Utah there that possibly could have took a lot out of them as well. Edey, he only played 15 minutes. He got in foul trouble. Horrible game from Edey over there. He's not going to be able to do as well or stay on the floor if he can't stay out of foul trouble. He can't really move his feet. He kind of just has to hack guys down there. Şengün is a little too quick for Edey as well. So tough game, man. Obviously, when you have Ja Morant back, like, you have an edge out there. You see what I'm saying? Ja Morant, Desmond Bane as well. You have the edge out there, but the Rockets can really match up with these guys. Like, everything that the Grizzlies, these are 2 really similar teams, in my opinion. The computer likes Grizzlies here. I'm leaning towards the Rockets in a bounce back spot. The first quarter bounce back system would say to take the Rockets in this one. I don't have a play on this game. This is a game that I'm going to live bet as well. Like today, I'm going to sit at the casino and I'm going to be watching games, every possible game they can have up on the screen, and I'll be watching on my phone and probably have my laptop too, and I'll be making live bets, man. So for the members, y'all make sure those notifications are set. I will be sending out live plays after I'm watching these games, seeing how the flow is going as well, man. So I'm going to stay off this one. This one's going to be a live bet for me. Let's go over here to the streets of Milwaukee in this one, man. The Bucks laying 9.5 points at the house versus the Bulls in this one. I did mess up on something in that first Bulls game. I thought that Giddey would go over his assists, and I miscapped that game. But seeing that Lonzo Ball was in that game, Lonzo is the point guard for the team. Well, now Lonzo's out. This is the spot that Giddey's assist should cash. They took it down. Was at 6.5. He got 2 in like the first 6 minutes and only got 1 assist for the rest of the game. But as you're watching the game, Lonzo was the absolute facilitator. And I say, damn, I messed the cap up. Lonzo's running the point guard. He has the ball in his hands the whole game. He's the one that's setting everybody up. And so I thought to myself, all right, when Lonzo's out, that's when we take Giddey's assists. So my best player in this game, not messing with the spread. So you got Brook Lopez is probably, him and Giannis are probable, which means they probably will play. Gary Trent Jr. game time decision. They're still without Chris Middleton as well. The Bucks are the much better team. I'll tell you that right now. The Bulls and the Bucks always going to have something like going up against each other. That's like arch rivals right there. No Lonzo here. I'm not making a play on the spread, but my best play for this game is going to be running back one more time with Diddy Giddey over there. You see what I'm saying? Over 5.5 assists at plus money. It should cash today with no Lonzo Ball being out there. I hadn't even bet it yet, to be perfectly honest with you. It's just, like I said, I'm going to try to give you guys my best pick for every single game. And my best pick for this game is going to be Giddey's over assists. Try him out one more time, and let's see how he looks without Lonzo out there, because now he's the main point guard and facilitator out there. So let's see if he can get those assists. The Bucks have absolutely owned this matchup. They've won 7 of the last 10 matchups. The Bulls, however, especially in this same type of point spread range, the Bulls are actually 3-1 against the spread. They were 3-1 against the spread last year versus the Bucks. Obviously, they still had DeRozan, but 9.5, they covered it. Lose by 9. 10.5, they covered it, win outright in overtime. Then 11.5, they only lose by 4. So they known to play this Bucks team really close at some points. I'm kind of down on the Bulls this year, but right now everybody's pretty much healthy other than Lonzo Ball. So not making a play on the spread, but I do think Giddey, this is the spot to take him. Only can look at his assists without Lonzo out there. That's something I really missed, and I really kicked myself for that one. But this is the spot where he's actually playing point guard, if that makes sense. Now Lonzo's not out there. Now Giddey should get his assist in this one. Now he'll have the ball in his hands. Let's go over here to Utah in this one, man. Real quick, let me see what the computer liked for that game. So the computer says Bucks should be favored by 7.5 in the last game. So actually a couple of points of value on the Bulls according to the computer system. And so if I had to play it, I would go with the computer and it'd say Bulls plus a 9.5. Let's go over here to Utah in this one. Jazz getting 4.5 points at the house versus the Warriors. The computer really likes the Warriors in this one. Really, the computer says minus 4.5. But the confidence rating is 8.5 out of 10 that the Warriors should come out here and cover this game. I want to take the Warriors here. It looks like Steph is going to play. That's why this line is going back up, because I know they listed him as questionable, probably a little injury report manipulation. Draymond Green is game time decisions. Well, I really don't know if he's going to play, but I remember something last year, man, with the Warriors. They had to cancel that game in Utah. One of their assistant coaches had passed away at the dinner, had a heart attack, and that led me to believe that every time the Warriors go to Utah, it's going to be an emotional game for them. You know what I mean? So I can't say like the Grizzlies, they did start to run out of gas versus the Jazz. They were up like 10, 12 points the whole first half. And then that third quarter, you can see the Jazz just have a little bit more energy than the Grizzlies have in that game. Don't know if the same thing's going to happen to the Warriors here. The Warriors did not look good in that first half, really, from the with the Blazers. Then the second half, they really just blew it open, and I'm smoking them by 30. This is a Warrior spot. My pick for the game is Warriors minus 4.5. I don't have money on it. The computer system says should bet the Warriors here minus 4.5. So I'll probably put 0.25 units on it, because I have to ride with the system and just to see how it works. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I have to bet it, but this one is one of the top 3 plays from the system today is Warriors minus 4.5. I'll go over the top 3 plays towards the end of the show, man. I'll go over the top 3 plays for the system towards the end of the show, but it likes Warriors minus 4.5. I think there's an emotional attachment here for the Warriors that they want to come and ball out in this arena as well, because they hadn't played. They had to cancel their game last year, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that they replayed it. Let me just check this really quick. I don't think that they replayed that game in Utah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they never played that. They never played that game in Utah, guys. So I don't know if they replayed it in Golden State or what, but um, I don't think they ever replayed it. But regardless, since the Warriors have won 4 straight versus the Jazz, they've won 6 of the last 7. They've won 8 of the last 10 as well. So this is a matchup they've done really well in. The Jazz, they have some ballers out there. Lauri Markkanen obviously is an absolute beast. Colin Sexton's not a bad player as well. They have some guys over there. Taylor Hendricks, you know what I mean? Keontae George. So, but still, the Warriors are a really deep team, and I think that if Draymond and Steph Curry play here, they're just too much for the Jazz in this particular spot, man. Confidence on this game is 8.5 out of 10 for the computer, like the Warriors here, minus the 4.5. Let's go over here to LA in this one. Lakers laying a 1.5 versus Suns. I don't know why they're laying points versus the Suns. The Suns are still somewhat being treated like last year's Suns. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're playing a lot better now. They did get down versus the Clippers, which first off, we got to say, this Clippers arena is really going to be really hard to shoot in and really hard for players to adjust to. They have this wall and shit. It's just a really funny type of dome. They got the like this halo board and shit. It's gonna be unders in Clippers arena to start the season, about the first 10 to 15 games, or at least for Clippers games in the Intuit Dome. Watch out for unders in that arena. I think that's really something to pay attention to. The Suns are a jump shooting team. That shit threw them off. They got down 9 points in the fourth quarter. It was 99-90. Came back, made an 11-0 run, went up 101 to 99. Some really impressive stuff. They would not have done that under Frank Vogel. Budenholzer has these guys going right, man. You know what I like? You know what I like in this game? I like Nurkic. We got the 3 props. I hopped on this last night at plus 219, man. One of my guys sent to me, he said, hey, bro, they got this over half threes at plus 225 at Hard Rock. I was about to send him some money, but I don't even know cuz like that to be sending him money. He probably cashed the ticket and never hit me back up. You see what I'm saying? That definitely could have happened. So I went and checked my app. They had it plus 219. So let me put some on Nurkic over his threes. Something I never do. Let me watch this whole game and sweat over this one fucking guy making 1 3. The best price you can find out there right now is plus 195. I did send this out to the members. I do have money on Nurkic to make 1 3. I mean, if I'm betting this game, it's I'm not like the computer likes the Lakers in this one. It has Lakers. The computer has the Lakers by 5 in this one. I don't agree with the computer in this one. I'm sorry. And there's going to be times where I'm going to have to go against it, but I like the Suns here plus a 1.5. This is not a game I bet. This is my pick for the game, if that makes sense. Making a pick for every game, I'm not betting every game, if that makes sense, guys. But if I'm taking this game, it's Suns plus a 1.5, man. I know they're coming off a lucky win. I know they're coming off an overtime game as well. And they have a game tomorrow, but tomorrow the game versus the Mavs, in theory, should be the fade spot. The Lakers, they got their win on the Bronny, the father-son night. Please start Bronny in this game. Please start Bronny. Now, the Lakers might be a little bit better than what people might think this year, but they're not better than the Suns, and they should not be favored over the Suns, in my opinion. But the one play that I have money on in this game, Yusuf Nurkic, over a half threes. Hopefully we get there. He took 4 of them in versus the Clippers as well. And like I say, there was a much more funny type of arena, and he still made one as well. He went 104 from the 3-point line. If he's going to attempt 4 threes in this game, I'll live with whatever results. And like I say, this is more like an actual NBA arena as well. I think the Suns actually will shoot a lot better at this particular game, man. And Nurkic over 17.5 points and rebounds is actually a really good look as well. He's pretty much good for a double-double damn near every single night, but I think he'll definitely get 10, 11 rebounds here. Then you just need him to get 6 or 7 points. You see what I'm saying? So Nurkic over his points and rebounds, in my opinion, is a really good look. But I'm gonna watch this game. I'm gonna sweat it for one guy to make a 3-pointer. That's Yusuf Nurkic. We cashed it the last one with Anthony Davis. This time, Anthony Davis over a half is minus 160, and I still think he gets it. But Nurkic, that plus money, I'm gonna watch this whole game. I'm gonna sweat this summer. I hate playing props, but I don't care who wins. I'm gonna watch this whole game and sweat Yusuf Nurkic just making 1 3. And if he does make 1 3, I will go crazy, man. So Nurkic minus a half 3. He just needs to make 1 3 plus 195. That's my play for this game, and my pick for the spread. And this one would be Suns plus 1.5. Computer likes Lakers if I'm playing it, it's Suns plus a 1.5 in this one. I do not think they should be the underdogs versus the LA Lakers, my guys. Last game up. Let's go over here to Portland in this one. Blazers getting 6 versus the Pelicans. Man, so tough. They lost DeJounte Murray for 4 to 6 weeks, man. First game, 4 to 6 weeks. That's, you know how tough that is to trade 3 guys for one guy, and then he plays one game and out 4 to 6. That is like really tough, man, because then he can't really do anything with his left hand for a while. I mean, he can practice dribbling his right hand, but Pelicans have owned this matchup. They've won 6 straight versus the Blazers. They've won 9 of the last 10 versus the Blazers. Absolutely owned them. They've covered 5 of the last 6 as well versus the Blazers. 7 of the last 10. They absolutely own this matchup. I don't like that DeJounte Murray's out. You will get Zion back. The Blazers actually look good. They've actually played really hard versus the Warriors there for about 1.5 quarters there. Actually, almost like they might upset them boys. And then the second half wave comes, and then the Warriors, that's just kind of how it is with bad teams. They can give you their all for 1/2 of basketball. Then when it gets to the other team playing serious, lock your ass up on defense, they can't do anything, man. So don't really know what to say with this game, to be honest with you, mainly because Murray's out. Now they're back to not having a point guard. Now you're back to having CJ McCollum or Zion Williamson being the main facilitators. The whole reason why they got DeJounte Murray, so they could have an actual point guard out there. Brandon Ingram looked really good in the first game as well. So the computer says Pelicans -6.5, saying that they should win this game by 7. So if I'm playing this game, it would probably be Blazers first half and then Pelicans full game in this particular spot. CJ McCollum coming back to the crib in Portland in this one, man. So really tough game, man, to be perfectly honest with you. The system likes the Pelicans in this particular spot, my guys. So let's get up out of here, man. It's Friday, and I hope you guys make some money. I'm going to recap the computer system plays for me, man. The computer system plays, period. Then my phone finna go dead too. So the top ones are the top plays for the computer. Says Nets plus 11.5, confidence rating 8.5 out of 10. Pelicans -6, confidence rating 8 out of 10. Pistons plus 11, confidence rating is 7.5 out of 10. And then I think that's it. Yep, those are the main 3. So Pistons, Pelicans, damn, the 2 P's, Pistons, Pelicans, and the Nets. And it also likes the Warriors as well, and the Nets Magic under as well. So those are the main plays from the system. I'm just going to go through what the spreads that it predicted. Magic -3.5, Hornets plus 2.5, Raptors -4.5. I don't know about this shit. Cavs -7.5, Knicks -4. Bucks -7.5, Warriors -4.5, Rockets +1.5, which says it actually likes the Grizzlies, Lakers -5, and then Pelicans -6.5. That's what the computer is spitting out. My best bet of the day, I'm going to go with Knicks in the first quarter -1.5. That's my personal first quarter system. We're going to test it out this year as well, man. So my best bet of the day, we're going with Knicks in the first quarter -1.5, man. Whatever you guys bet today, I wish you the best of luck. I got to go hit the sports book, man. I'm watching games, sending out live plays as well, man. Got to bounce back from yesterday. Horrible day. And I'll try to find some time to do a show tomorrow. If not, you guys know where to find the plays. Go join the channel as a member. But I'll try to find some time to do a show tomorrow. Really busy day for me, really this weekend as well, man. So got a lot of stuff going on at the crib. But it's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Join the channel as a member one time for the one time, man. I hope y'all have a great day. Whatever you're betting, I wish you the best of luck. It's all love, and let's cash, my guys. We out.